Well, while the models continue to shift east for that wave that's headed into the Gulf that JD was talking about, it's a good reminder that it is time to be prepared now that we are in the peak of hurricane season.
So it's not panic time, it's just check your checklist
Right.
time. So we've been telling you about the shortages because of the supply chain issues. So we have Jeff Lefrig live at Northern Tool and Equipment in League City. Thanks for waking up early. So you kind of run down a couple of things that you think we might have forgotten about. Good morning.
A lot of things that people forget about is making sure they have plenty of gas tanks, plenty of gas on hand for their generators that they're going to be running. Good extension cords, not frayed, not damaged. After the storm, you're going to want to make sure you have good chainsaws, tarps if you get any damage on your roof, pole saws if you have any branches knocked down by the storm, by the high winds, gloves. Make sure you have plenty of water. Plenty of toilet paper, plenty of food, stock up at the stores before you're in.
Jeff, let me ask you about supply right now, because we've been reporting on it here for months now about shortages of items, specifically, lumber and that type of thing. What kinds of, issues do you see people, maybe running into? Like, let's say, the big storm does come to us next month or whenever. What kinds of issues might people run into with supply?
For us, we haven't really had a supply issue with generators, as you can see behind where we're stocked up, ready to go. I've got a warehouse in the back that's stocked up, ready to go. Our distribution center up in Dallas, they've got storm loads ready to come down to the Gulf Coast if needed. We're just waiting on the future track to see where the storm's going.
Do you have any way to for people to maybe kind of go through the checklist with you, maybe online? I mean, I know sometimes people are like, I just can't get to the store, or I need someone to kind of guide me through generators.
There are a few. There's a couple online guides that you can go to and check out. But our staff is friendly and always willing to help. If anybody has questions, they can feel free to walk into any Northern Tool in any of the Houston locations, and we've got knowledgeable staff at all of our locations that can help them out.
And Jeff, it's important to note a lot of people have not turned on their generators in a while, and that's something you want to do, right? Why is that so important?
Right. That's the biggest thing that we saw after the winter storm was there was a lot of people that had generators that they hadn't ran in several months, and then when it came time to need it for that power, they didn't work because they left the fuel sitting in the carburetors, and then they got gummed up. And our parts and service department, we have mechanics at all of our Houston locations that work on generators, as well as all of our small engine equipment. And right after the winter storm, we got backed up with a lot of stuff when we were able to get all those units back out to the people when they needed it.
All right, Jeff at Northern Tool in League City, thanks so much for your time this morning. Appreciate it. It's always good to be prepared. And even if you buy a bunch of things now and it's like, well, it missed us, it's like, well, you have it for the next one.
Yeah, preparation is key. So why don't we talk a little bit more about that? So on our Fox 26 Houston .com/tropics page. That's where we have everything listed for you, just so you can double check that you're on top of things here. So we have a couple of tips on hurricane preps. Do you know your evacuation route? Well, we've got it updated there for you. You can also track the system right along with our meteorologists with our Fox 26 weather app, and that's free for you to download. That's where our meteorologists are in direct touch with you, and you can even search how things are looking in your own backyard anytime you want.